New 6 is brought to you by this station and by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation.
Today on News 6, we'll meet a tricky biker. We'll show you interesting items that can be made from Buckeyes. And we'll introduce you to a man who likes to horse around. Hi, and welcome to News 6. I'm Tabby Leininger from Antwerp Elementary School in Antwerp, Ohio. Here with our first story is Ryan Palmer.
Northwest Ohio is covered with farm and barnyard animals that live on the farms, but one man in Antwerp raises a different kind of farm animal. Paul Barniger raises Belgian horses.
Paul Barniger has 6 Belgian horses. The horses range in ages from 2 to 6 years old. How long have you been raising horses?
Well, I've been raising these for 12 years. But I've worked horses way back in 1926.
Do you sell your horses?
Yes, I've sold several teams of odd horses, and I guess the last team I sold, I got $10,000 for.
Belgian horses normally live between 18 and 20 years. For the first 3 or 4 years, Paul raised the horses to be used in his farming operation. Now he raises them just for fun.
Well, it gives me something to do. I'm retired, and I never was much to sit around, so I like to fool with them.
Wouldn't it be great to make a hobby out of just horsing around?
This week's show is produced by Bessie Rutledge's 6th grade class from Antwerp Elementary School in Antwerp, Ohio. Antwerp is located about 3 miles east of Indiana line in Pulte County. The city is incorporated in 1864, and its present population is around 2,000 people. Now here's Monica Cottrell with a real nutty story.
People love to buy souvenirs, especially when they go on vacation so that they can have something to remember the trip. When people travel through Ohio, they ought to stop by Doris Biddle's house. Doris makes Ohio souvenirs from Buckeyes.
Everybody knows that the Buckeye is the state tree of Ohio. But what do you do with the nuts? You can't eat them because they taste bitter. Robert Varner and Doris Biddle know just what to do with them. They turn them into Buckeye souvenirs. They have been making Buckeye souvenirs since 1974. Their #1 item is the Buckeye paperweight. How did you get started making Buckeyes?
Well, we tried to figure out a way to make some use of the Ohio Buckeye, and so we got some plastic from a hobby shop, and we done a little bit of experimenting, and we made some use out of the Buckeyes.
How do you make the souvenirs?
Yes, it starts out as a liquid. We have the different molds for the different sizes, and everything is made upside down. We put a hardener in the liquid that makes it harden, and then after the whole thing is completed, then we grind it off and we put felt on it, and it looks similar to glass, but it's plastic.
Where do you get your Buckeyes from?
The school children pick them in the fall and dry them, let them dry out, and then they bring them in, and then my boss, Mr. Varner, buys them from the school children. Before we started this, as far as we knew, the Buckeye was just useless, just like a weed or something, and so we thought, well, we ought to be able to make some use out of it.
These souvenirs are a great way for people traveling in Ohio to take a piece of our state back home.
Now it's time for Kids View, a weekly feature in which kids get to say what is on their minds. This week's question is, if you could be any animal, what would you be? And it was submitted by Jason Keever. Here's what you had to say.
I'd like to be a tiger because it's ferocious.
I'd like to be a giraffe because I'm so tall.
I'd like to be a rat because I like cheese.
I want to be a monkey because I like climbing trees and I like bananas.
I'd like to be a snake because they're slimy.
I'd like to be a koala bear because they're cute.
I like to be a dolphin because it likes to play a lot.
I like to be a baby cub because it's small and cute.
I want to be a bear because I'm so grumpy.
I would want to be a panda bear because it sleeps a lot and it smiles.
I'd like to be a lion because they're king of beasts.
I want to be a cat because it's nice and playful.
All of us have a special something about ourselves that makes us unique. Brock Luganbill is no different. Brock has a talent that not too many people have. Brock is a BMX bicycle freestyle artist.
Brock Luganbill is a BMX freestyler. Brock rides a Harley Freestyle Master and has worked many jobs to buy parts for it. He has been in shows in Fort Wayne with a group of freestylers called the Trick Stars. Brock was a BMX racer for about 2 years and has been doing freestyle for the past year. He says he likes doing freestyle because it is different and fun. This summer, Brock hopes to enter some freestyle competitions. We're sure he'll do a good job. Anyone who can peddle his goods as well as Brock is bound to be a winner.
That's all for this week's show. We hope to see you again on News 6 real soon.